I'm Courtney.
And I'm Emily. And this is
Cheers to that.
Think on the road.
Bringing you Cabin Edition.
Yes. Cheers to that. Via Broken Bow, via cabin, via
Vibes.
the woods.
The vibes are vibing. I finally talked you into coming into the woods.
Yes.
Does it involve an immaculate cabin?
Oh my God.
Yes.
Like the most immaculate cabin I've ever cabined. And yes, I am in the woods. However, I am sleeping in AC. I have
A real bed.
Air conditioning. I have all the amenities one could ask
Yes,
for. Multiple
yes.
ice machines, 4 bathrooms. Like,
Next up, I will have you in a tent.
no.
At some point, I will have you in a tent, but this is the first step in our recovery program.
Not the recovery. There's so little chance that I will be sleeping in a tent ever if I can help it. Now, if the zombie apocalypse comes, nope, still I'm out.
Never say never. I'm on a mission now. But I'm just happy that we're here. We're here with our families, both of our families. So we brought the kids on this trip. And we decided to go ahead and pop one out real quick. And
That sounded like we had another kid. Pop one out.
pop it real good.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
This is also a Untamed edition because
Untamed.
we're on vacation.
Not as untamed as the last one when we had Alyssa on. Because
Nothing
that
beats
was
that
just
one.
like,
That one was
that was a lot.
wild.
That was a lot. We are slightly tame now. TBD by the end of this bottle of wine where we're at emotionally. But it is vacation. My child's napping. God bless us, everyone. And Courtney's children are
Refused to nap.
not.
Refused to nap.
Tucker is a pterodactyl today.
He wants to do anything but nap today. So that's
C'est
what
la
this
vie.
is brought to you by a little bit of stress. Right before we started recording, Emily found a very white hair on the side of my head because I'm
Yes.
actually wearing my hair half up. So if you're watching our video or our YouTube, whatever,
YouTube.
or your turb,
If you're watching YouTube, you're welcome. The vibes, immaculate. As
look at our
stated.
background. Guys, don't even focus on our beautiful faces. Look at this background.
And if you're just listening to this, I encourage you, I implore you, just go pull up the YouTube for just a second because it is beautiful out here. Like, we're in nature.
We're getting our fresh air.
Courtney's favorite thing.
It is my
Fresh air.
favorite thing.
Honestly, I thought fresh air was overhyped, but I do be airing that fresh now.
You do be airing something out. But it's because all of the fresh air where we live smells like seawater. Like around us, I don't know if it smells like that to you. Like it smells like a like what I imagine Louisiana would smell like.
Oh, that's crazy. Wow.
Like just like swampy.
Sometimes
It's just swampy a little bit. Like it's the moisture in the air.
Yes, I think there are certain days where it almost smells fishy outside, and I think that's because we
Yeah.
live by the lake.
Smells like some gator skin out there. Like
Okay. Well,
you just
gator skin's not a phrase. And they have scales. Title of today's episode, Gator Skin in Oklahoma. Courtney's back in Oklahoma. She's back to her roots.
I am, baby, and there's no telling what's going to come out of my mouth because of being back here. But anyways, I feel like whenever you come out here, like you can smell the leaves, you smell the pine, you smell the forest. Debatable, you might smell some bears. We're not sure.
Nature. Well, actually, Addie rode with us most of the trip up here. It was about 6 hours, and because Fielding was dying for her to be in the car.
They were not about to be separated.
They were not going to be separated. So Addie rode with us most of the time, and she asked me about bears, and so I was like, I think there are bears in Oklahoma, but let me check the regions. And one of the regions was Choctaw, which is basically where we are.
Yes.
So can you please just go ahead and elaborate on that? Are we in bear country?
There might be a couple out there, like maybe like 2 or 3 little bears, but all you got to do is like scare them back.
I really don't know why I asked you and why I thought you would give me a legitimate answer. That was such a silly thing for me to do.
Yes, it was. I don't know why you did that.
You said there are 2 or 3 bears out there. Based on what?
I think there's actually more Bigfoot out here than there are bears.
We're in Bigfoot country county.
They have it everywhere. Like every gas station you stop at, it's a Sasquatch. Like Sasquatch mugs, Sasquatch hats.
Is Sasquatch indigenous? I thought I saw a bug.
To
Is
this
Sasquatch
region.
indigenous to this region?
Yes.
Oh, I didn't
completely.
realize that. I thought Sasquatch was some. Where did I think? You know, I didn't have a lot of thought about where Sasquatch was, but Oklahoma wasn't.
Wasn't on your bingo card?
No. I would think more north.
Like Montana?
Yeah.
That Montana region? Yeah.
Yeah.
I will say it was also so funny this morning because we're out, we're like, we have the chill in the air. We have our coffee in our hand. The kids are playing outside. Like, vibes are still vibing. And we hear gunshots. And you were like, are we in the city again? It's like flashbacks for you.
No, I'm like on the ground. It's a drive-by. It's a drive-by. You can take the girl out of Houston, but you can't take the Houston out of the girl. I'm like,
Literally.
Gang violence. Everybody, get down. And I looked at Courtney and I was like, was that a gunshot? And she's like, yeah, it's just hunters. And I'm like, are they going to come near us? Like, are they going to accidentally shoot me? I'm thinking of, like, spoiler alert, the time traveler's wife.
Oh.
Yeah. I was watching that movie via clips on Facebook the other day. And
of course you were.
I saw that scene where the husband gets shot because he's like time travels in front of her dad who's hunting.
Oh,
remember?
Yes, I have not seen that movie in a long time, but yes. But no worries around here because the thing about Oklahoma is there will be hunters everywhere, and the chances that you're going to get shot by hunting very slim. Like probably just like the bear percentage that I threw out, like 2 or 3 bears, it probably happens 2 or 3 times a season, like it's not that dangerous around here.
I do want to go on record and say that Addie found an arrow.
She did find an actual arrow. She was
like an
very
arrow that people
excited.
Practice hunting with.
Yes.
I'm getting paranoid that this thing being plugged in is going to make the mics not work. I'm not really sure why that's my feeling, but I just want it unplugged.
Just in case. We never know. We got to be safe around
the
here.
Recording stuff.
We're good. Yep. It shows that our voices are working.
After last time, whenever that one, the mic thing, like, it hasn't, I don't even want to say it out loud.
Knock on some wood. Knock on some wood.
It hasn't happened to us yet where we have like gotten through an entire episode and then been like, oh my God, it wasn't recording.
Thank God.
Or like the video wasn't working or whatever. Cause like the video is one thing. If we lost audio, Courtney,
we would have to put out the video with no audio. So it would just be us miming.
Well,
people would have to lip read what we're trying to say. Except we did have a full conversation. Was that this morning or last night? And we literally had a full conversation we have big glass windows in this Airbnb. And she's talking to me. I'm talking back. And Matt is next to me. And he goes, did you just catch all of that? I said, yeah, we had a full conversation.
So then I came back and I opened the door later and Courtney goes, hey, just to verify, you said, do you have a brush? I can't find mine. And I said, yes, I have one. Go look in my bag. And you said back,
it's a ladybug. It's a ladybug. No wasp. We're nature girlies.
I'm so glad we caught that on camera. I'm so glad we caught that.
She's a nature girly.
I love the woods, guys.
I was born for the woods.
I hate nature. Not really. I like, oh my God, Tucker's just staring at us.
Oh my
so
God,
cute.
Tucker. You should be napping right now, dude. You should be napping.
He's wearing Addie's shoes.
Giggling at me. But our conversation was correct.
You repeated the whole conversation to me, and I said, yeah. And Matt was like, what the hell is wrong with y'all? But
we can talk telepathically a lot of the times, but and mind you, I can't lip read whatsoever.
No,
but we had
really
a full conversation. I know, I've never been able to. But we had a full conversation, basically lip reading, and it was accurate.
It was beautiful.
It was beautiful.
Did Connor even try to listen to me?
No.
Connor hates me right now. Connor, if you're listening to this, I don't know what your deal is, but you need to get it together. He's not my friend right now.
This is what happens on vacation, people. Sometimes, you know,
like I'm trying to be his friend. He just doesn't want to be my friend. And like, what I ever do to you other than not drive for a single second on the road trip and spill cheeses on the floor and empty a sweet tea into my new car's cup holders.
You sound wonderful to be on the road trip with, but you did entertain my daughter, so I will take it.
Your daughter entertained me. Addie is her mother's child, and so she argues about things she doesn't know. So the whole
convincingly
time,
though, she's
so the whole
I know
time
this.
She's like arguing with me about whether or not we're in Oklahoma yet. Well, we're in Broken Bow, and we're coming from Houston, so it's like 5 hours Texas, 1 hour Oklahoma. And she's like, we're in Oklahoma now. We're in Oklahoma now. And I was like, no, we're not. She's like, yeah, we are. I saw hay. I said,
it's so black and white.
We have hay in Texas. Nope, that's in Oklahoma. See, I was right. And then she'd tell me, when we go over this bridge, we're going to be in Oklahoma. And it'd be like, a little overpass. Like it was not. It was not.
It was not the Red River.
No, correct. So, yeah, we had a lot of geography time.
That will keep you entertained on a very
It
long
will.
road trip. That it will keep you entertained. Like I said, I'm back home now.
Hey, girl.
I'm letting it loose. That accent is coming through every time I come back home and I'm around like our family and friends for literally 5 minutes, and I pick back up on that accent so fast. So
Do you
except
feel like
we're
it
not
ever-
around anybody.
Yeah. So do you feel like your accent leaves you? Because I'm not recalling a time where there's
so, like,
not an
it
accent.
stays in my heart all the time, and I try to like control it sometimes. But then, like, I cross that Red River, and it does something to me
the clay dirt.
that
The
those
methamphetamine.
the naders, and the clay, and it just draws out like that twang, like a Reba McEntire twang. It just draws it out of me.
She's a single mother and she works 2 jobs or whatever that song is.
You mean the song that I sing anytime Matt decides to go out of work for town?
Go out of work for town.
Go out of town for work.
Go out of work for town. I hate when the guys do that. Well, do you want to tell our listeners about our injuries that we got as soon as we got here?
Turns out we're not as young as we once were. There's also a Toby Keith song. I'm not as good as I once was, but I'm as good once as I ever was.
Toby, I heard you were kind of an asshole, but sorry about the stomach cancer.
Okay, yeah, we're not gonna laugh at that. My bad. Sorry, people.
Courtney always laughs.
You
lately have been doing this to me, where you set me up and you'll make me start laughing about something, and then that's the beginning of your sentence is something funny, and then you end with like, and then he died. And then I'm laughing while you're telling me about someone's death or illness. And I'm like, bitch, why would you set me up? And then you're like, sorry.
I'm so bad. Like, I don't know if anyone, I know it. People are like me because I can't be the only one that I laugh at like the most inopportune times or like the most awkward times. And I just like giggle.
It's called your nervous laugh.
It is my nervous laugh, but I'm like giggling. And then I realize like I'm giggling at someone's trauma. Why am I doing that?
But you're also like hitting me with full ass jokes. In the same sentence that you're telling me something tragic. And I'm like,
are you saying I have a talent?
Yeah. Totally.
I finally discovered my talent.
Totally.
Your talent is not sliding down a slide with the fielding.
Dude. Okay, well, let me back up and say there's a wasp.
These bugs are... I haven't seen a single bug since we've been here.
No.
That was a lie. But I haven't seen ones like swarming around us.
There was a big swarm of wasps whenever I went to your car to get my jacket out, which I'm not even wearing. But they were like up high.
Yeah.
Okay, anyways, we're going to have to make a clip of every time I freak out about bugs. It's gonna be 7 minutes
Takes
long.
up half of our episode.
Anyways, what was I talking about?
You sliding down the slide. And,
okay. I think I've said this on the podcast before, but I had a friend, one of my best friends in hair school, she slid down the slide with her son and broke his leg because that's a really common thing. Like people slide down slides with their kids in their laps. Yeah. Your weight keeps them going, gets too much inertia, and then their leg gets caught and you keep pushing through it, it breaks the bone. It's really common and like breaks their femur. So it's very serious. So that's something like a horror story that has stuck with me. It's been like 5 years since that happened before I had kids. A kid. But so anyways, anytime I go down the slide with fielding, I'm like very weary of that. Yeah. Well, so I go, there's like a playground thing at our Airbnb and I go to slide on the slide with him in my lap and I like lift up his legs and like tuck in his arms so nothing can get caught. But that slide.
It's a very steep slide.
Grease lightning, brother. It doesn't even look that fast. It just, and I went down and then I tried to like, I was holding him in my arms and so I couldn't regain my composure and then I just like face planted into rocks.
Yeah.
You can see where my knees skid and the
so bad.
The whole driveway is like big pieces of gravel, like big
and sharp
rocks.
And sharp.
The fact that I didn't cut myself worse, it ripped my pants. I have a bruise on my leg that's the size of the palm of my hand.
The bruise is pretty wild.
It is.
And it was swollen last night too.
It's still swollen.
Yeah. You are a delicate flower. However,
I'm delicate,
those rocks got you.
No,
good.
I ate shit. But guess what? My son, giggling.
Well, you're not going to make sure, you're going to make sure he's safe, just like when Matt fell down the stairs with Tucker.
But I like doubted my ability to control both of us because it's like he's, giant.
Half your size.
It feels like it. He's like a quarter of my size. But yeah, I was like, oh my God, I'm going to fall on top of my kid. Like my worst nightmare. And so I just took the brunt of it. And then I had to sit there and like.
Those mom instincts kicked in.
And I was like outside by myself with buildings. I was like, no one's gonna come out.
Well, and you were like, "Did you see that?" I was like, "No, I wasn't even around." Like, I'm so sorry I missed it.
Happen because I think y'all would have been more concerned. It was like no one was there, so I was like, "Guys, I really hurt myself." And y'all are like, "Yeah." I'm like, "No, really? Like, no, like really hurt." Yeah. And then your incident was a little less
mine
chaotic.
Yeah, but it was like so self-imposed. There's like a little gymnastics bar, and for some reason I thought that I could just lift myself up like I'm a Olympic gymnast and do a little flip. I don't do flips at all. I don't know why I thought this.
It was a really crazy random thing for you to do.
I know, but it just looked fun. Like I'm like
you're like, season
I'm on vacation.
I'm on vacation.
Let me just be like a fun mom. Mm-hmm. No, I almost ripped my shoulders out of socket.
Courtney literally like I think what you were I'm just replaying it in my head. I think what you were trying to do, correct me if I'm wrong, was hold onto this bar and then like put your legs through and like hang upside down.
Yes. Okay. Like a bat. I wanted to be a bat.
And I just want to go on record and say, like, I've never seen you do anything. I've never seen you upside down. Like, that is not, that's not something you do. Anyways, so that's step one. That's what you were trying to do. What happened was that you grabbed the bar, literally go to lift your legs up. I think you maybe got your knees to like right under boob height. And then you would drop down and you're like, oh God, my shoulders.
No, that's exactly what happened.
I ripped my shoulders out of socket.
It was so bad. And Addie's like, Mom, are you okay? I'm like, yeah, dude, I'm fine. It turns out I can't do things that I think that my body should be able to do. But also on those kinds of things, and especially if you do like the monkey bars, you realize how heavy you are.
Oh my God.
And I'm like, oh, there's a lot of weight on that body.
That and like how out of shape and like my muscles aren't what they used to be.
They feel like they are going to tear.
Yes. And I feel that way like I think I've said it before, but I was a cheerleader. Not a big deal.
You're going to make me spit. I can't even.
Not a big deal. I was a cheerleader in high school. I can't do a cartwheel.
And a gymnast, too. Like, you were like, would do flips.
I could tumble. Yeah. Not like super well. I was not by any means the best tumbler on my team.
I just feel like any type of flip, though, is incredible. I've never been
I could definitely do flips. Yeah. Like, whatever. But, and I could like stunt. I did all the things. But now I can barely get my fat ass over in a cartwheel. I maybe have said this on the podcast before, but one summer we were in Michigan with Connor's family where we go every year, and like all the kids started doing like a talent show type thing, and then like Connor's older cousins got in on it too, and we're like doing front handsprings, and I was like, oh no.
Well, I have to win this competition.
Yeah, so I did, and I didn't even win still. I like did a round off into the splits.
Oh my God.
I think this was last year, not this past one, but like the year before. And
Jesus.
So I got up and I was like, wow, like, hey Connor, do you think that was hot or what? And he's like, I'm concerned for you. He's like, you're not going to be able to walk.
Like, are you?
No, he was like I thought he was going to be like, yeah, that's my wife. And he was like, oh, that's my wife. That's my insurance deductible.
Please don't make me go to the hospital with you right now.
Your hamstrings are torn. Like I have not done the full splits, but I had so much momentum going into it that I said,
that's diabolical that you would try that.
That's me.
However, have you seen on TikTok, there are adults now there are adult gymnastic classes.
No, Courtney, the way I would love to join a gymnastics or cheer, like an adult cheer team.
Yeah.
I would do it in a heartbeat. I don't want to commit the time, but that didn't feel like working out to me, and I did it forever. Like I would be dying in practice, but I had a 6-pack. I had quads for days. My arms were skinny. Like and it didn't even seem like it because it was fun.
Yeah.
I mean, I got hurt a lot. Minor
concussions,
details.
CTEs.
Concussions. Bruised spine.
Yeah. But you wouldn't have to do the cheerleading stunts.
I like that part, though.
Okay. Well, I think that I would want to do the gymnastic class. Like, I just want to know how to do, like, a back walkover. Like, I never learned how to do those things. So it would be so fun, but isn't
flexibility and muscle control.
Yeah.
But that's the thing with that kind of stuff is, like, you are conditioning yourself to be flexible. So you will get flexible. Like if you go once a week, it will happen.
Well, it is incredible because I've seen the TikToks where it's like people all shapes and sizes are doing gymnastics. They're doing front flips. They're doing back flips. Yeah. And I mean, I can't even do a cartwheel right now. I just think it's
bad vertigo now. I can't even do a backflip on a trampoline anymore.
I can't turn around in a circle without feeling dizzy.
Literally. I can't do a back handspring on a trampoline anymore. And not because I physically can't do it, because my brain, I feel like I'm falling off of a building.
I need to know what causes that. Like, do our brains get a little loose in there? Like,
Something about our inner
is
ear fluid.
Well, we need to take care of that.
You know, like this is a thing I've randomly think of in my brain. And I don't know if it's true. Isn't there a little ball in your head or something that does?
Are we pinball machines?
Your equilibrium.
Was that a bug? Oh my God, there was no, or I didn't see
Something
it.
buzzed
There
by
could have
my
been a bug,
head,
but I didn't see it.
Buzzed by my.
Third time's a charm, ladies and gents. I hope you're watching this on their YouTube.
I'm embarrassed.
I can't wait to keep tally of how many times you jump.
I just don't fuck with bugs.
I understand.
I'm not built like
I understand.
that. Like, I know it's stupid.
It's not stupid. It's a fear.
No.
And you've convinced my daughter now that she's allergic to bugs.
Yeah. I honestly don't remember telling her that, but it does sound like something I would say. But Addie told Courtney that she was like, couldn't be near a bug or something. And Courtney was like, why? And she's like, Emma and I are allergic to bugs.
No, literally. I was like, oh, you're allergic. Okay, gotcha.
And that seems like something I would just like throw out there and be like,
Just once.
I'm allergic. I don't like bugs.
And then now it has stuck with her forever. So
because I don't want to taint the children with my phobias.
Yeah.
Especially Fielding being a boy, like, sorry, this is like, you know, typical gender roles, but like I want him to grow up and like be a man of the house.
Like be able to swat a fly.
Or like kill a roach or a spider.
Yeah,
like Connor goes and does the things. Like if there's a lizard in our house, he'll go get it and take it out. And
what are you looking at? What's going on?
So just like a swarm of bugs up there.
Oh.
And
she's on high alert.
I am not messing around. But I want him to be able to do that someday, even if he lives alone. But especially if he has a wife that is also afflicted with my fear. Like, or you know, someday I will use him for like child labor with killing the bugs whenever he's able to, because Connor travels and like I need a man in the house because whenever he's gone and I'm the man of the house, like
there is no swatting the spiders or anything like that.
Well, before you saw that one.
I did. It was a little nap.
It wasn't. It didn't scare me. It was just annoying.
Yeah. Gnats are very annoying.
Tucker goes, hi.
And somehow has Addie's shirt on. I'm not sure how this is happening. God, we can't get 10 minutes of peace and quiet around here.
I told Addie that she could literally watch us, and I shouldn't have said that.
It's fine.
Any hoodles. That's that on that. Oh, before I had Fielding though, if I saw a bug, I'd just put like a red Solo cup on top of it.
And what? Just leave it?
Yeah.
Until Connor got home?
Mm-hmm. But I can't do that now.
Because now he'll open.
He'll
take the cup off and try to eat it.
Like, that is correct. One time in our Fall Creek house, a spider got in my house that was, I shit you not, the size of a silver dollar. Maybe bigger than that. I don't know.
Are we throwing out some measuring?
Anything but the metric system.
Anything but the metric system.
It was huge. I mean,
it was the size of like a kiwi.
Yeah.
Like a kiwi?
Yeah. It was a wolf spider. It was big as hell.
Those are gross.
I tried to kill it. Like I threw some shoes at it, but it was like in my kitchen. Like
you're giving me chills.
Yeah. And yeah, bugs are scary.
I agree. Like I don't like spiders. I don't.
Too many legs.
I don't want anything that can crawl in my mouth while I'm sleeping.
Oh my, Courtney.
Do you know you swallow on average 10 spiders a year?
Stop. No, it's in your lifetime.
It's a year.
First of all, you don't know that. First of all,
the way you looked at me.
Because don't put that shit in my head.
Okay, but do you know what would solve that? Mouth tape. I want to start mouth taping.
I think I would get too claustrophobic.
I think I wouldn't know a difference.
Survey
says once I take my magnesium, I would be fine. I would like fall asleep.
I pretty much sleep with my mouth closed though.
I think that I do, but I've never seen a picture of me sleeping at night. Like I've never had a stalker to like do that.
Mouth is gritty from if I don't wear my night guard with my teeth dust because I grind teeth dust. Because I grind my teeth so hard. If I'm wearing my night guard, I mean,
you're like, ooh, these are real smooth.
Well, you know, from like a holistic standpoint, I am a little concerned about my night guard because I'm like definitely chewing plastic at night. And like the holes I have in my night guard, I'm like, where is that plastic going?
You're just swallowing microplastics every single night.
It's like, I only use glass Tupperware. I don't heat up my food in plastic anymore. Eats plastic every single night. But if I don't wear my night guard, my teeth hurt so bad. And the dentist told me one time when I got my first night guard, they were like, if you keep grinding your teeth, you will not have molars. Your teeth will crack in half.
Yeah, you will have little nubs.
Yeah, I don't have sinners at the back of my teeth back here. They're hollow.
Yeah, that's so scary.
I'm troubled and I got some dental work to show for it.
Dun, 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 dun.
I actually did just get a surface filling a few times.
Oh, yeah? And how to what for
where I grind.
for the grinding?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, how long does it last?
Not very. All the way gone.
So not only are you swallowing microplastics at night, you're also swallowing whatever concrete they put in your teeth.
They've just filled the tops of my teeth back here just a little bit to give them some more.
They need to flush out your. No wonder you have IBS.
So I eat salads all the time, but for some reason I'm still always having diarrhea. Do you think it could be related to the plastics I'm consuming daily or the cement I consume annually?
Take your pick.
What do you think, Doc?
Well, you're a special case.
I would just make a holistic doctor would explode if they tried to examine me. They would just combust. They'd be like, get out of my office.
Or they'd be they'd see you and be like, ooh, I see money in this one. Make her keep coming back.
I'm sweating.
I am too. I think it's the fire. Because we have a nice little fire going on. Speaking of fire, we did s'mores with the kids last night. So let's talk everybody through instead of our health issues, which I love to do.
Yeah. Spoiler alert, everybody. Courtney just let you know I have IBS. So.
My bad. Sorry. We can cut it.
I don't give a shit.
Anytime, I think people laugh because anytime we're like, hey, let's cut this, we still leave it.
It's too much work to cut it.
Yeah, no, we're good. Nothing we say
Unless
is actually
really bad.
cuttable.
I'm not cutting it.
Yeah.
We pretty much, in case you want some insider secrets, we pretty much straight off the dome. And
the most editing we've ever done is when the guys did it with us. That is the most editing we've ever done.
For sure.
But anyway, usually it's real and raw. You get
yeah, we just cut the beginning when we first start before we start, and then we cut the end before we stop the
It's because what we do is down to a science. And we've perfected this. We have perfected the art, and you don't have to perfect the artist, is what I'm trying to say.
I don't want to overstate this too much. But we're perfect.
I mean, at least my husband tells me so, and I know Connor tells you so.
Yes, every day I wake up and Connor says, Emily, my goodness, you perfect creature.
Please don't change a thing about you. I love when you bitch about
stay in bed, my darling.
I love whenever you don't fill up your gas tank and you make me fill it up and it's 5 miles until E.
Sorry, we're talking about you now because I don't have a gas tank.
Oh, yeah. Way to rub it in.
Subtle flex. I drive an electric car.
So not only is she against microplastics, she's also...
And I'm also someone, which no shade, but I posted on my Instagram story, why wouldn't you get an electric car? Because I was whenever I was thinking about it. And Matt's making fun of us inside. Anyways, and someone responded back they wouldn't get an electric car because of the electromagnetic pulse that electronics put out.
I didn't even know that existed.
I didn't either, but I'm also
there's a lot worse things that I could do to the environment.
12 inches away from my phone at night. I don't.
Yeah.
I'm not in my car very much, TBH.
You'll be fine.
Yeah. Anywho, so trip breakdown.
Oh, yeah. Just a little trip breakdown. So we showed up yesterday and we kind of just hung out here. The guys went and grabbed some really good pizza.
Delicious pizza.
And then we did s'mores with the kids, which was super fun because Addie has been begging for a s'more, except she was the only one scared of roasting the marshmallow. And the boys basically were just sticking their hands in the fire.
Trying to sacrifice something to the fire gods.
Yes, they were. And it was about to be themselves.
Oh, because Tucker was a breath away from catching his hair on fire.
Yeah.
And then he was throwing rocks, which is on me 100% because I totally was rock. And then I don't know why I did it. My intrusive thoughts won for a second, and I just threw a rock in the fire. And then Tucker was like, "Oh, we throw rocks in the fire."
Rock.
Literally. And I'm like, "Ooh, that's my bad, y'all."
Yes. And then today was really like a slow morning, which was perfect. And we got up, we went to lunch.
Well, but wait, let's go back to this morning because it was just
morning breakdown.
God, supreme. Supreme.
It's
morning.
how if I lived on the cast of Yellowstone, like if this is how I would live my life every morning.
We got up. It was pretty chilly this morning. I'm missing. I wish there was a little more chill in the air right now. In fact, it was like maybe high 40s, low 50s this morning. So like I had my puffy robe on.
Yep.
And we were sitting in like these really cozy chairs and just talking and drinking coffee.
While the kids played, the kids were playing. This is like a wraparound. Well, not wraparound, but like it's a pretty big balcony, and the kids are playing while we're drinking coffee and getting to like have actual conversations. And it was just like pristine, and we get to do it for 2 more mornings. And I think, dare I say, I'm to the point in my life where like I love our Mexico trips we go on. Like, and if we go on another Mexico trip, I'm so down.
It's gonna be a while for me,
but it's just so different, and I enjoy this so much more, and I'm being honest. Like, is it more work because we have the kids? Yes, but it's just so much more, like, fulfilling to me than, like, going and, like, drinking too many margaritas and being passed out by the pool in Mexico.
Feels more...
like, wholesome.
Rejuvenating, too. Like, I'm going to come back from this trip and feel more rested, I think.
Yeah. More in tune with, like, just ourselves.
More grounded. My therapist is always trying to get me to ground myself, and I just can't. I just can't, because then I have to, like,
be outdoors.
Stop disassociating and be present. I just, like, cannot stand that shit. I'm like, let me escape in my brain.
Yes.
No, not really. But this is like, very, like, being present and having fun, and the kids are having our kids just, like, not to brag, love each other.
I know. It makes it so easy.
They're just so excited to like be together.
Yep.
And so it's been just such a good... So, I mean, we're literally 1 day in. We're not even 24 full hours in. And it's just been awesome. And I am so delighted.
And I'm just so grateful to like be here and be able to take a trip with you guys.
Yeah,
and it's
like, get
just
to the part about me.
Yes. More importantly, spend time with you guys. But I think I'm just to this point in my life that like, I want like a slowdown. I want the more like wholesome like memories. Today we took the kids to a little like animal rescue. And honestly, it was so fun. Like Tucker
smelled terrible.
It was so bad. But
animals smell so bad.
They
do.
I mean,
but I saw some animals that I haven't really like seen up close, and it was fun.
Well, and all of the animals were like healthy, and they looked like happy.
There were little chinchillas.
Yes, there was a skunk.
There was a skunk. There was
the raccoons that tried to play with you.
I met my family today.
Raccoon family?
I met
your
my
trash
family.
Trash pandas.
Well, your sister is always telling me I'm a trash panda, and confirmed today. Raccoons were holding my hands, you guys. Raccoons grabbed onto my jeans and ripped my jeans even more. It was like, I put it on my Instagram story. It was beautiful. Like, nature's healing. I'm healing.
Well, I have time with our kids and like see it through our kids' eyes whenever you get that experience.
No, literally highlight of my day, because the kids were being little baby back bitches, and I was like, feed the raccoons, and they were like, no. Fielding and Addie are like, no, they're gonna bite me, and I'm like, guys, no risk, no reward. Get in there and get your hand in there. Get in there, get those rabies, feed those coons. And
but you did. Beautiful. You were the only brave one.
I did,
and you got the reward of being able to see their little paws.
They were so cute. I want to paws. So much. And then what was that thing called that tried to kill Fielding?
It was not an aardvark.
I thought it was an aardvark. It wasn't. It was like a queso or casso or something.
I had never heard of it.
Me neither. I've seen them before at petting zoos. It looks like a little weasel-y type thing. I don't know, but bigger, like raccoon size, weaselish.
Did it have did it have a weird snout? Like a long snout?
Weird long snout. I don't know.
It's called.
Anyways, it's called like a queso or some shit. Cassos. I don't know what the fuck. Doesn't matter.
A queso.
It feels wrong now that I'm saying it. But Fielding walks by and like wasn't even trying to like stick his hand in the cage. Like, he was just walking by it, and he put his arm up. This animal came out of the ripped his arm out of the cage and tries to start shadow boxing him. And like, y'all, I turned into Spider-Man. Like, I have never grabbed my son so hard, because that thing was about to try to like claw him to the cage and rip out his jugular, I think. I don't think it was actually.
He was about to Mike Tyson that bitch.
Yeah. That's not a great example right now since Mike Tyson just lost a fight, but
he chose to lose.
like Mike Tyson in The Hangover, whenever he does the drum solo and then just punches the shit out of the dentist.
Except Fielding was the dentist.
Fielding was about to get his shit rocked by this animal. Like, that thing was waiting for him.
Why did it see him as a threat though? Like, I just don't understand.
You know,
maybe it's because they're the same size.
It's probably because Fielding's so tough.
He just
manly.
He felt
exudes
that aura.
Yeah, he just like exudes masculinity.
Yes.
And you know what? Maybe the animal that's not an aardvark was scared that like Fielding was going to show attention to other animals and not him. So he was acting out of insecurity.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But Fielding did run up so buck wild to a deer, pun intended, like just straight up.
The boys
ran upon this deer, and then Tucker did it too, and they would not stop petting these little does.
I know. It was
really sweet, but I was like, bro.
Oh, and then Addie got to see her turkey because with Thanksgiving, they've been like practicing singing Thanksgiving songs and this and that at her daycare. And one day, was it you that she told? And what did she say?
She told me. Why did I have her in the car?
You probably picked her up from daycare.
Picked her up from daycare, and she gets in the car. Unprompted, we're not even talking about this. We're like discussing something completely different. She goes, I'm so obsessed with turkeys. I really want to touch one. And I was like,
okay.
Okay.
Where did this come from? What made you think of this?
And Addie says some off the wall shit, which is like one of my favorite things about her. She is always saying some crazy shit. But so she said that, and then there were a bunch of turkeys, and I thought a turkey was about to peck my back at one point because I was trying to open the door, and that guy was like, oh my god, like in my back. I was like,
Addie was so excited. She even told me, she was like, Mom, I just got to see my first turkey. This is incredible.
Did she touch it?
She did, like its little leg. Yeah, she touched it. So, and then there was like
bird flu.
Peacock. I don't know. It was just really,
it was
like really cool. And a kangaroo.
And a kangaroo. The kangaroo by itself, though, kind of made me sad.
But it had a lot of area to play in.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe it like was right. Maybe it's not put in. It's like a beta fish. It's going to kill something if something else is put in with it. Like beta fish, you know what I'm talking about?
No, I know what you're talking about. This is just like a crazy leap to make from one. Just like, what a hypothesis.
I was like, do you know what a beta fish is?
No, like, I've had beta fish, but like, just what a leap in your thinking.
Always.
It's like, maybe this, like, what did the raccoon do to you to indicate that it doesn't get along with other raccoons?
The kangaroo?
Oh, yeah. That's what I don't even know what animal it is. Well, just to say, whenever I was in Australia, because I'm well-traveled.
Oh, okay. Settle brag.
We went to the...
for a second?
Yes. We went to the Taronga Zoo in Sydney. I think that's what it was called. And there were... God, I keep wanting to call them raccoons. It's the double O. It's getting me. There were kangaroos everywhere, though. And then wallabies, which are like small kangaroos. But they were just jumping around the zoo, like free. Have you seen buff kangaroos?
No.
I'm going to show you
Is that when they put on the boxing gloves on them?
I mean, I think they just Photoshop them on, but I don't think.
I mean, I would go box a kangaroo.
I don't think, no, you know, kangaroos will get on their tails. Did you see how thick that kangaroo tail is?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
It's
it
weird.
literally
but
like wants to kill people.
Get back on their tails and they will kick like they will kill you with one kick.
Exactly.
But what I'm saying is in Australia, they're
like more purebred. Like they're like real. They are real Australian kangaroos. Like,
how dare you question that kangaroo's that kangaroo's legitimacy? How dare you?
It could have been halved with something around here. You
Courtney,
don't know.
It was a fucking kangaroo. What does it have to it? What does it have to it? He looked like a kangaroo. What do you think it's half of?
But I'm saying,
a freaking
like,
coyote.
They're probably like more. I'm gonna stop. Like more pure over there. Like they're like.
What if
they are raised around other kangaroos?
Courtney, what if that kangaroo is from Australia and someone shipped it here? Like, what are you talking about? What are you saying?
Honestly, at this point, I don't know. I forfeit this conversation.
Thank God. Anyways, there were a bunch of kangaroos all together, so I felt sad. The moral of the story is I felt sad for that kangaroo because it was by itself. But Courtney said, one, the raccoon's a bastard raccoon, and it wants to fight everybody.
Kangaroo, not raccoon.
Fuck. Courtney saw this raccoon. Y'all,
The thing is, she can't get the raccoons off of her mind because she's in love. She's in love.
am I okay? I just want to say I've had one glass of wine. Like, I'm not drunk. I'm just stupid. Like, for any
you keep saying
No, am I having a stroke? What is Okay.
Okay, we're gonna sidebar that conversation.
I have to go. I can't. The way I just said it again.
Oh, man. Okay. Moral of the story. Petting zoos are fun, especially if they are a rescue mission.
But they smell terrible.
It was
They smelled
pretty
like
bad.
dead
It
bodies
was pretty
and
bad.
Shit. Oh, and Tucker got a snake around his neck.
He did. Yeah. Didn't have that one on my bingo card.
He didn't love it.
No, but he let it happen for a split second, and it just
Fielding
I can't
wouldn't touch
do
the
snakes.
snake?
I can't do them.
I'll touch him. I don't really want it on me.
No, I'm good.
Snakes. See, this is what's funny about us is that, well, actually, me versus the general public, way more scared of bugs than I am of snakes. I kind of like seeing snakes in the wild, like a water snake.
Those
I
are
like
the poisonous ones.
Well, I mean, I don't want to swim with it, but I always like search the bayou on the way to your house for snakes.
Oh yeah,
Fielding and I look for them because seeing water snakes like really makes my whole day.
Nope, not for me. Not for
Especially
me, dog.
Water moccasin. You throw shit in the water at it, and they're so territorial. They swim
They
so
are
fast.
so dangerous. We were trained like as kids to go to the lake, and if we saw a water moccasin, like you run away, you swim away so fast because they will bite you and they're poisonous.
So yeah, extremely. Here's the thing about my childhood. Mom,
well,
Troy,
you also swim with gators, so
I didn't swim with gators. There were gators in the lake I swam, and I saw like 2.
I only saw 2 in my lifetime.
I only saw 2 in my lifetime, and I was not in the water with them.
No big deal.
I grew up. The house I like. Grew up. The house I lived in from like 11 to when my parents sold it when I was 20. Was on Lake Houston, and there are definitely alligators in Lake Houston, but you don't see them very often. Alligators don't like where it's deep. But we had a bulkhead on our back thing, so stuff couldn't like swim up to it. It's not like it slopes into the water.
Okay.
It's bulkheaded off. But we had a slide that went on our dock into the lake.
Oh my God.
And I was talking to my parents about this the other day because I was like, guys, we swam in the lake so much, and we'd swim under the dock. We would jump off our neighbor's 2-story boat dock.
Oh, well, and I'm also thinking, like, if you can slide down that slide into the lake, the gator can climb up.
No. It wasn't. It didn't touch the water.
Okay. It's not leaping from the water to the slide and then crawling up the slide and then getting into your backyard.
No, alligators are not that motivated.
Okay. I don't know. I've never been around like alligators. They're not a normal part of my life.
Alligators scare me way less than snakes. Water snakes do. Even though I just said I was okay.
Interesting take.
Well,
I like that.
they're not. Alligators really don't fuck with you.
Yeah.
Crocodiles, different story.
Oh,
Crocodiles
that's where
super
I'm making
aggressive.
the mistake.
Alligators are kind of little bitches.
Okay. I'd like for you to say that face to face with them.
Oh, I will.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm follow Fishing Garrett on Instagram. Do you follow him?
No, I don't know who that is.
Oh my God, stop.
Who is this?
Stop. He's the guy that yoinks.
What's a yoink?
I can't wait. I'm so excited to show
He
you this.
yoinks?
He yoink snakes and stuff. He walks barefoot in the Everglades. And he'll be like, a swamp puppy. And he he's talking about crocodiles, and he'll like tap his foot in so they come up, swim to him.
Oh my God.
He goes into the Everglades. He lives in Florida. He goes into the Everglades at night, and he's like, yoink, he'll just grab snakes. He doesn't grab like cottonmouths, but he'll grab other snakes. He like catches them, and then he'll catch invasive species like I want to say reticulated, but I think that's a giraffe. Whatever, a certain type of python.
Okay. So
anaconda.
What I'm hearing is this is the same person that Lana Del Rey married, the gator guy.
Yes, but much younger. It's probably his son. That's one of my favorite things that's happening in pop culture right now is that Lana Del Rey married a swamp boat operator.
And like looks like a swamp guy. I mean, I just don't, but you know
I
what?
love it for her. I love
know.
what's happening. I think she found her blue collar man. And you know, the thing is, I love a blue collar man.
And they give that pure kind of love, you know? So,
Amen.
And those blue collar hours. So,
do you think he's still operating the swamp boat, or do you think she's told him, like, hey, honey, you can shut down operations. I got us. She's a millionaire.
You know what? That's a great question.
It'd be kind of fucked up if she was like, get out to the swamps.
No.
Get out to the swamps.
Earn your keep. Earn your keep. Like,
for what? He's going to make $250 a day? Lana Del Rey's a millionaire. Go earn your pennies, bitch.
pennies on the dollar.
He's like, honey, please, I just want to order McDonald's. And she's like, where's your paycheck, baby?
Yeah, you have to pay for our steak dinner somehow.
Okay.
Go out there and catch those
at Coachella.
gators. Yeah.
I love it.
So So rest of our trip, we have a couple more days.
Yes. Do we have plans?
No, but that's kind of nice. That's kind of what vacation is for.
I mean, I am totally fine to not have plans. I'm already getting sad that tomorrow's our last full day.
Tomorrow's Sunday. We leave on
Sunday.
Tuesday. No. Oh, no. You're right. Oh, man, I'm a day behind.
Welcome to being
We don't check out tomorrow.
With Courtney.
No. Tomorrow is our last full day.
Tomorrow is Monday,
the
then we will
next
check
day.
out on Tuesday.
Well, I would like to go on a little hikey hike, but I understand if you don't want to go on a hikey hike.
Hike.
You know, we can go on like different adventures, like
choose your own adventure.
Choose your own adventure kind of thing.
Define hike for yourself. How many miles are we thinking with the children?
It would be 3. She's gonna kill me. Okay,
3 miles with the kids.
2 to 2.5. Final offer.
Okay, so much better. Thank you. Wow.
What would be your ideal? Like, I just want to know
1.
what would be 1. Yeah, that's a good one.
Here, let me tell you why.
That's a good hike.
Because if I have to carry Fielding for
that's true
any length of time,
yeah, that's a fair assessment.
Carrying him out of the zoo by myself that one time, I swear to God, I walked at least half a mile with carrying him, and I was sore for a week because
I believe that he is
so heavy and he does not help.
He is a solid man. I pick him up and
and then I pick Tucker up.
You have some guns.
Like, I don't. Ugh. Where are they? Why am I not?
You have them because there is no way you can't carry him all the time without.
The thing about me is I have such a grit strength to my soul, which is what makes Lauren so angry because I can like do one pull up occasionally.
Yes.
Because there is a fire that burns within me that makes me so psychotic. Because Fielding threw up all over our living room rug the other day. Connor was out of town. And I said, I'm done with this rug now because it was just like grossing out already. And he threw up banana all over it. Because
banana smell.
Because he ate the plastic piece of the tag that connects the tag portion to the clothing. I found that in his vomit.
The portion that says choking hazard for children.
Like where he found it, I literally don't know. Have no clue where he found it. Anyways, beside the point. That was rude, Fielding. So I moved our entire couch by myself, rolled up the rug, moved the rug, and Connor was, and then like Troy and I were moving it back because Connor was still out of town. I got a new rug. Troy and I are moving it, and Troy's like gassed trying to move this thing, and I was like, I really don't know, how I did this alone.
I mean, you shared the story about how you would move the TV in the camper. You've also loaded up an entire couch by yourself.
Yes, I don't think I've told that story before.
I think that
I
just have the couch. No, you have not.
So, sidebar central. When we were moving into our last house, not this one, but the one before, we had this huge sectional because our living room just was set up where we could have like a massive L-shaped sectional. And the cushions on the top, like there was a reticulating, oscillating arm, whatever you want to call it, like it could move forward and backward. So, but these couch pieces were like probably 4 feet long this way. So the guy that we ordered it from where did I get that from? Rooms to Go, messed it up and made it for pickup instead of delivery. So
you had to go in.
I had to drive a U-Haul. Connor couldn't go because
y'all were moving
that day.
Yeah.
So I drove the U-Haul out like an hour and a half away, had to back this U-Haul into a freaking loading zone, and then I thought these people were going to help me. Well, they said legally they weren't allowed to help me because it was a liability thing. So they pushed this couch, which thank God it was modular because I wouldn't have made it. I literally couldn't have moved it by myself. It was modular, but these pieces were still hundreds of pounds a piece. And they wouldn't help me. So I backed the U-Haul up as close as I could to the loading dock, and then I had to literally put the team on my back and move this couch by myself.
That's insane.
No, and then when I tell you this couch was big, like it was 9 pieces. Like we had to half it to fit in our bedroom where we have the podcast area now and my living room in my new house.
Yeah.
Just because it's set up so differently. So whenever I got to the house with that couch and I told Matt and Connor that I had done that, they were like, what? And I was like, I got so angry.
Yeah.
I became the Hulk. I am Bruce Banner. I was green. I was fuming. But the couch was moved and we delivered it.
So really what I'm hearing is you are strong. You are capable.
I just don't look it. I want guns, hun.
Well, those are hard to come across. It's hard. Those are hard to have. Be careful.
I'm pouring this
You're balancing. You're balancing. You're doing it. If you haven't caught on by now, this episode is we missed last week because life is just busy. So this episode was just kind of like a freebie for you guys. Like this.
Oh, Fielding's awake.
Oh, there he is.
Oh, he sees Addie. He's looking for me. Don't let him see me.
So this episode is very unstructured. The next one we do will be like a normal episode, but this one was like special edition.
Yeah, and
like
we're
you get to see.
If you're listening, I'm going to try to release this in the next 24 hours.
Hey,
so it should be a freshie for you.
Like incredible timing.
And then we're going to have to try to release one more. Hopefully, well, we're going to try to record one more time before we leave. Maybe tomorrow night.
I would love that. Yeah.
And because you're going to go to Oklahoma for a week. So then you won't be back until next Sunday. And then it's just going to be chaotic.
We just have... Listen,
it's a sprint for the rest of the year.
It is hard being a podcast girly and like, I'm not going to tell anybody what we have going on, but like we're trying to like plan out like a little like side quest a little bit, like you and I.
We're trying to... You say side quest, it's like the main quest. We're trying to... redefine our entire lives.
Yes, we have like a little plan, and we just have big goals in our life, and this just tops it off. This is the cherry on top that we get to do every week.
This is the cheersy on top.
This is the ooh, that's a good one. This is the cheersy
Thank you. I thought you were going to cringe at that one.
No, I love it. It's the cheersy on top.
How long have we been recording?
Hey, we're at 51 minutes.
Oh my God! How?
You know what? If you've listened this far, I just want to say...
I'm sorry.
Just thank you. Also, I'm sorry. But thank you for like letting us just kind of ramble and get to chit chat. You guys, this is what Emily and I would be sitting in this exact spot talking about regardless.
Big
but
facts.
We just got to record it. So it's even more fun that we get to release it to you guys. We're going to go and have a little Friendsgiving. When Matt asked who all else is coming to the Friendsgiving, we said, well, it's just us on the trip. So Friendsgiving
He was like, Friendsgiving wins that. I'm like, bitch.
Just us.
When we're together.
So we have steaks. We're going to make some stuffing. We have some green beans.
I left my stuff for green bean casserole in Houston because I'm a chump sandwich.
It's okay. It's okay. We're going to have canned green beans. It's fine. We're going to make it work.
I love green bean casserole.
Me too. Me too. But we will plan to see you guys ASAP, and then again on our normal scheduled day on Wednesday. So, all right, thanks for listening in. This was Cheers to That. Yeah. And
remember to rate, review, and subscribe. Check out our sponsors in the description portion of this episode. Whether you're listening on Spotify, Apple, or YouTube, please subscribe as a listener. It really helps us out, and it looks amazing. And rate and leave a comment and engage with our social media.
Leave those reviews too. Those are very helpful, except someone gave us less than 5 stars on Spotify, but we don't know who that is because Spotify won't get it, give us the real thing.
But when I find out who you are, I will
hunt you down.
I have a special set of skills. I'll Liam Neeson you. Just kidding. It's fine. We like honest feedback. It makes us, sort of.
It makes us more legit,
right?
Yes.
Like if it's 5 stars from just family, like no thanks. I want the negative reviews, and honestly, in all likelihood, it's probably someone that with a foot fetish. It's like not enough feet.
Yes, or it's someone that like just doesn't like 2 girls listening,
doesn't want 2 people to have
ramble fun. And having fun and enjoying life and
what's like to be a miserable loser.
All right,
okay, gotta go. Tucker's stealing my tissues from my bedroom.
Okay,
bye. Gotta go. Cheers to that. Bye. Mwah.